What is up, man? Have you ever like sit down, you're listening to a beat and just going fire like boom, 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 and you ask yourself like, wow,
And I want to make this.
but you did not even know how to start, bro. Remember, I told you what you need is scales. Now look who came back scaling back to these keys. I'm back, guys. You know it's mixed production here, and yeah, today we're just gonna be talking about scales. Nothing different, just scales. We are going to master scales. You know, those of you who are determined, you know, you want to learn about scale. These tutorials for you. If you're not here to learn about scale, just take a hike. Yeah, take a hike. So yeah, those of you who stayed and are ready to know how to make music the better way,
Let's get started.
and with perfection. The first step we're gonna do, we are going to be doing 3 steps of scales. So in the scales, I'm going to break it down in 3 steps so that you always remember how scales work. So firstly, we're going to take it to the keyboard. So I'm going to show you what the scales are, and yeah.
So here we've got like here we've got 2 scales, the major and the minor scale. So I'm going to be showing you the easy scales, right? So like I said in the beginning, that we have about we have 7 notes. We have 7 notes. In a scale there's 7 notes, but we have 12 keys. But in each scale we have 7 notes playing in that scale. Yeah, if it was 8 notes, we'll be counting the, you see, so it's C here and C to here, which makes it 8 notes. But I'm not counting it from here like that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 notes. So that's the major scale. The scale consists of happy notes, like, yeah. So this is so in a scale, what a triad is this. This is how a triad plays, right? So if you wanna know things about a triad, you gotta 3 notes playing. 3 notes playing, that's a triad. So that's the major scale. Now, in this major scale, the problem is that a lot of people they get overwhelmed. So now we are going to talk about the minor scale. So the easiest minor scale to remember is A minor. With A minor scale, it's just like I said, all scales have 7 notes playing in them. Ne? I'm not counting the root note because it will be 8, but it's 7 notes playing. So let's say, for example, you start from here, A minor. So to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's all the white notes in the A minor scale. Like I told you, a triad is 3 notes. You see, it even sounds darker. Okay? So yeah, now this is the scale of A minor, nothing complicated. Now we're gonna take it back to FL Studio and I'm gonna show you what I was talking about.
So yeah, man, those were the scales, and now I'm going to show you how we can apply that knowledge in FL Studio. So basically what FL Studio does for you, bro, you don't need to overwork, you don't need to know music theory and all that. I was just showing you the keyboard because like on the keyboard you are able to see what a scale is capable of. So we have 12 keys we have 12 keys, né? 12 keys meaning we have 12 root notes with I'm not gonna mention all of them because me, I'm a music nerd. I love music so much. I'm a music nerd. I know a lot about music theory and all that. I'm not gonna bore you with that, but I want you to remember that we've got 12 keys. Each 12 keys has scales. So basically we've got 12 scales, but it's different kind of scales, né? Because we've got a lot of scale. We've got minor, we've got major, we've got Lydian, we've got a lot. But what I want you to focus on is just 2 scales, bro. Just 2. Once you know these 2 scales, you can be able to produce any kind of beat you want.
Yes! 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 Yes!
So the first scale we talked about was major, and we did it in the C major scale. So
Do you remember?
now let's get into FL Studio. Let us tell FL Studio. Imagine if you are drinking water, right? If you are drinking water, you don't know where the water is going. for those who did not do life science, ne, you don't know where the water is going, but you are just taking it in. So that's what FL Studio does. It does not know what you want to make, but it's just taking in the information that you are telling it to do. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to tell FL that I'm looking for a scale, man. Which scale should I use? So FL Studio is gonna be like, okay, all right, okay, I'm providing you with the equipment, which is the scale. Now you have to choose which scale you want. So right here it's the root node, ne? Then somebody was telling me that they cannot see the root node. Bafetu, sometimes you need to press Alt V, ne? If the thing is not showing, Alt V, or you can come here by setting view, and then you're gonna say scalar. Then yeah, I think it's this one, ghost channels, this one. You see it might show. If it's off, put it on, ne? Make sure you got it on, bruh. Make sure you got it on. So yeah, once you got that on, bruh, once you got that on, let me put it back on. Yeah, make sure that it's on. So once you got it on, bro, once you got it on, then yeah, you start cooking, bruh. So we're gonna get into the scales. Let's say I want like those scales I showed you. I showed you C major. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna come to major. You see, there's different kind of majors. There's major extonic. This extonic means it's 6 notes playing. There's 6 notes in the scale. Then pentatonic means there's only 5. Those who did maths, they know we have pentagon, hexagon, octagon, heptagon, and all those stuff. But here we're going to take the ion major, the normal one. Ne? So like I told you, we have how many notes? We have how many notes in the scale? Ne? We have 8 notes in this, 7 notes. The 8th one is the same notes playing again in the root note. So let's say before we go to changing the root note, let's first focus. Want to count how many notes you are going to be playing in a scale, which I told you it's 7 notes. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you see? 7 notes. If I'm not counting DC because C and C is the same, we're starting again. So it's 7 notes in the scale. That's what you need to remember. Every scale has 7 notes. Nah? Not the pentatonic or the exotonic. Those ones are complicated ones, which we might do a tutorial on them later. So that's the first step, knowing how many notes play in the scale. Nah? So now that's the scale. Let's say you want to change the scale of a major scale. Now you're telling FL that I don't like this scale that you're providing me with. I want a different scale. So all you have to do is change the root note and leave the scale the way it is. You're gonna just say root note F. Then you have changed. Then you count again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then 8. Back to we're restarting again. So that's what is happening, bro. We are just, yeah, that's the scale. That's the major scale, ne? But what if you don't know, like you don't want to use that scale, like you don't want the major scale? Then there is the minor scale, which is called natural, the normal one. So this one is very easy. It's not complicated, because if you use A minor, it's all the white notes, ne? All the white notes. I really advise people to like come to view and in the scale, where's the scale, to show all the notes, ne? Show all notes. It must show all the notes. All the notes must show, ne? Let me go and change that. I want you to change that, like, so you know what note is playing, ne? You want to know what note is playing. Classic. It's not showing the sharps. So I wanted to show the sharps. So that you guys can understand what I'm talking about. All notes, but I don't know why it's not showing those ones. Alright, it's fine, guys, ne? So here we chose the root note. We chose our root note to be A, and our scale now. So when you choose the root note, it does not mean you have chosen the scale. No, that's just the key that you want to play in. Now the root note, it's just like telling FL Studio that this is who I am, ne? You know, sometimes when you are in class and the teacher is asking, first day class, the teacher is asking, what is your name? You tell the teacher that I'm so and so, I'm Karabo, but the teacher does not know your characteristics, no? So the characteristics of the root of A, it can either be happy or sad. So how to remember these two scales, ne? The major scale, how I remember the minor scale, ne, is that once when I was in high school, one of my girlfriend dumped me, you know, so she left me for another guy. So, you know, in that setting, I always remember that sadness with this scale, because the scale of minor is sad. So whenever I'm in this scale, I'm sad because of the event that passed. But yeah, man. So same thing. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, 7 notes. You see, all the scales have 7 notes. So this is how you remember them. Minor scale, Max got dumped. Ne? Then the major scale is when I graduated from my matric. I got a nice degree there. So that's how I remember them, Bafetu. So now we are going to use this knowledge of scales to make chords, ne? To make chords, to make melodies. So I'm going to just make a minor scale, ne? And I'm going to throw in the drums. So let's get into it. So yeah, we're back, guys. Yeah, so we are back, and yeah, with this one now we are going to be using what we have learned about scales to make a fire beat. And guys, if you have watched, this is step 3, making the beat with the scale. Now, how do we do it? Let me show you, bruh. Nothing complicated, very simple, bruh. All you wanna do is that you can only start by your root note, like that, and then what you wanna do, like in the piano I showed you, the triad is made up of 3 notes. Meaning now, you see what FL does for you, it simplifies things easily. What it's telling you that all you gotta do is skip this note and place here. Skip this note and place here. You have a triad already. But a piano will not tell you that. A piano is expecting you to know, but FL Studio is helping you to know. So let's listen. See, nice chord, ne? Nice chord, bro. You just made that. Now, let's say for example, if you did not do it what I just told you, and you decided to do, I'm gonna just make can go to hell. You decided to do your own crazy things. This doesn't sound good. It sounds trash. It sounds trash. Trash. Yeah, bro. I'm just kidding. But what you gotta do now is skip. Ne? If you wanna make another triad, you come down here to another note, and what we are saying, this note here is playing. This note here, ne? It's a root note for another chord. So one thing I also want I want you guys to digest is that these bass lines, ne? They are root notes. These ones are playing as root notes of the chord. This is the root note of a chord. Root note of a chord, root note of a chord, root note of a chord, root note of a chord. It's not the root note of a scale. Don't confuse things, Buffet. Please, nigga jar. Don't jar. Ne? This is just the root note of the scale. I mean, the root note of the chords, not the scale. The root note of the scale is here. You can see it's highlighted with A. You see it's highlighted with black. A. That's the root note. That's the root note, man. These ones here are just root notes of a chord. And a chord is made up of a triad, which is 3 notes playing at the same time, like this. That's the chord. So this is the root note of this chord called A minor. Then this one will be F major, ne? F major playing here. So that's what you gotta remember. Ne? Remember the difference between a root note of a scale and a root note of a chord. Don't mix the two. Root note of a scale, it determines the song. Root note of a chord, it's just for the 3 notes playing at the same time or 4 notes playing at the same time. That's what you have to remember, ne? So with this, it's too much said. Now let's make a fire. Yeah. All right, now give me a minute. I'm gonna yeah. So I'm gonna do something like this. I'm gonna do something like this. Something like this, and then yeah, I'm gonna add some notes now, ne? I'm gonna add some notes. Give me a minute. Add something like this. Yeah, but fair too. This is gonna be hard. In my next tutorial, I'm gonna be talking about inversions, ne? So you guys better stick around for that one. And then yeah. Now let's play. Let's drop the. Anintandi, taninganandi, oh way, taninganali, tandingan darling, natanda when I'm darling, baby, sweetie, darling. Sounds good, right? And I know I can sing. Don't hate. All right. So yeah, bruh. That's what you gotta do. Right there and there, we are done making a powerful chord. And how to do it with a scale? You cannot make any music without a scale, bruh. That's deceiving you, bruh. If any producer is telling you that, they're lying to you. They're lying to you. They're lying to you, bruh. So I'm sorry to tell you, bruh. Yeah. Yeah, man. And that's the tutorial, bruh. That's the tutorial. Now, that's the tutorial. And I know, bro, you did not like this video. I know for the fact you did not like. I cannot keep on making these tutorials if you don't like the video, bruh. You gotta like, so I make. If you don't like the video, I can't make the video. So you better like the video, so I make the video. You get me? We are exchanging. See, exchange a lap. You give me a like, I give you the video. All the VIPs who like this video, please, I'll meet you in the next tutorial. And you who did not like, please, you are uninvited up until you like. I'm just kidding. Max Production. Make sure to like, comment, Buffet too. Comment and let me know how this tutorial helped you. Max Production out.